Honorable Timothy Toroitich, do you want to say anything about the statement?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving an opportunity to react on that statement. Honorable Speaker, that particular statement does not meet the threshold of a response from a committee that should be able to conduct thorough investigations on such a serious matter. Honorable Speaker, on 14th of March, I brought this statement for this House. Honorable Speaker, these are SECIP projects, secondary education quality improvement projects in my constituency. Honorable Speaker, these were 23 projects. Out of the 23 projects, only 13 were completed. 10 were never started. Some were started and midway the projects have collapsed. Honorable Speaker, the projects are wasting. And Honorable Speaker, you'll be shocked by the report that the committee, my former committee, has given to this House. Honorable Speaker, for the 10 projects that were never started, nor completed, one of the grounds they have given, Honorable Speaker, was that over challenging terrain. Honorable Speaker, you are my neighbor in Uasin Gishu. Tell me, Honorable Speaker, St. Teresa Koibara Girls, that is in Marakwet West, Santa Maria Cheptulon, Chebara Girls, Kapcherop, where is the challenging terrain in that area? Honorable Speaker, this is a serious matter that this committee must take up seriously. Honorable Speaker, the second issue they have given, the second reason they have given for not completing, not even start the project, was serious security issues. Where? In Marakwet West. We only have one challenge in one constituency in Marakwet West. Another Maklap is my neighbor in Baringo North. Only a rural ward has security challenges. Honorable Speaker, you are my neighbor in Uasin Gishu. One of the projects that has not been completed, not even started, is in Chebororo Girls. Honorable Speaker, this is a joke. And the problem, Honorable Speaker, that we have with regard to statements in this House is that the committees just actually take and swallow reports from the ministry, hook, line, and sinker, without investigating. Honorable Speaker.
Hold on, there is a point of order by the chairperson of education.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, what Honorable Toroitich is saying is quite untrue. We did a thorough investigation. It is him who actually failed to attend a committee session where we put down the CS on his behalf. He is an absentee member because when we had the CS before us, we notified him, we told him to come, he could not do it. The chair is just conveying, and we did a lot of work for you as a member of Marakwet West. In fact, we even asked the questions you are asking us now. So the fact that you come here and say the committee has not done anything, these members, we even went and asked, every contractor has a reconnaissance visit. Why would they not give us the issue of challenging terrain? So in effect, Madam Speaker, I rise here to say that we as a Committee of Education, we did our work. It took us about 2 hours interrogating your question. Now that you come here and say the committee has done nothing is quite absurd, Honorable Toroitich. I think you need to style up and show that we are very serious on that.
Honorable Toroitich, did you attend the committee
Honorable Speaker,
hearing?
I wish to remind.
Hold on, Honorable Toroitich, just to confirm a fact. Did you attend the committee hearing?
Chair, I will cite reasons for not attending the committee.
No, but did you?
I did attend. But Chair, I was invited. And I informed the clerk of the committee that I was in another meeting in Mombasa and I was never given a chance for extension of that meeting. But Honorable Speaker, despite that, Honorable Chair, Honorable Melly must be reminded of Article 125 of the Constitution of Kenya that when a committee of parliament sits, it has the same powers, similar to that of the High Court, to investigate a matter. Honorable Speaker, they are the ones to visit the projects and give this House a detailed response. It is not for him to require a member to attend to a committee to give reports, whereas when they are sitting pursuant
There's a
to
point
Article
of order from
125.
the member of game.
Madam Speaker, I've listened to the chairman of education, my brother, the Honorable Melly. He did not dispute a fact that the Honorable member said that the committee swallowed the report from the ministry. I think from a phonological point of view, that English is incorrect. Thank you.
I hope Honorable Toroitich you stand corrected. You can still write further questions for the committee without being consistent.
Honorable Speaker, they swallowed the report of the ministry hook, line, and sinker. And I have no apology about that. They just took the report of the ministry the way it is without further interrogating the report from the ministry. Chairman, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Toroitich, you are a lawyer. If one appears in court and only the plaintiff is there and the defendant doesn't appear, the court will make a decision based on the presentations and petition of the plaintiff without considering from the defendant. That's why we have default judgments, and you know that. So in your absence to prosecute your case, then the decision makers only rely on one side.
Honorable Speaker.
So I think it's important that you take responsibility. You can ask
Honorable
the
Speaker.
committee to relook at your matter, but on the undertaking that you will appear.
Honorable Speaker, with due respect to the ruling you've given, Honorable Speaker, Article 125 is very clear that when a committee of parliament is sitting, they are equivalent to the High Court. They should interrogate witnesses. They should actually visit where the sites that I have mentioned so that they can take evidence. Honorable Speaker, the committee has given a report that is unsubstantiated, and therefore, Honorable Speaker, I kindly request that pursuant to Article 125, as read with Standing Order 1, that you direct that the committee visits actually the projects to ascertain the actual problem that we have on the ground. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yeah, Honorable Toroitich, I don't think you understand. Let me repeat what I said. Honorable Toroitich, like we said, you're saying they have the powers of a high court. Our courts are an adversarial system. Both sides must appear. If one side does not appear, a default judgment, that means a judgment in the absence of considering the other side's case will be made. Had you appeared before the committee, you would then have requested that they visit the site. But you're telling the committee did move on. You wanted it to move on its own motion without guidance from you who had made the question. So I think it's important that, yes, what you have raised is very significant. And I recognize that. And that's why I'm saying the easiest way to resolve the problem in the interest of the members of the public and the students who are suffering, that you re-raise your matter, you raise it again before the committee, and this time request that they be present and request that the committee goes to the site and even with your guidance, since you know those particular sites, to look at it and the matter will be resolved, because the blame game is not going to help the members of the public who we are trying to serve.
I am well guided, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, having made that ruling, I also request that now that you redirect that this matter be taken back to the committee, I will do a letter to reappear before the committee and make my submissions so that the committee can fully investigate this matter, because, Honorable Speaker, there is no value for money for these projects. We have used a lot, the ministry has used a lot of money for this project. Honorable Speaker, you will be shocked.
Honorable Toroitich, mentioning rhetoric does not solve the problem. That's why I'm giving you a solution. Resubmit your request to the committee, pointing out the shortcomings of the report that has been presented, but accusations and rhetoric statements is not going to help the public. That's why I'm saying let's go to a solution issue. We'll close this matter. We've agreed what you're going to do. Honorable Member for Baringo, let's proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think I am the neighbor of Honorable Toroitich. And we as the Committee of Education are more serious than the Member of Parliament. For once, we interrogated. What he's saying, you did not interrogate. How did you know that you did not interrogate and yet it did not appear in the meeting? Madam Speaker, and Madam Speaker, this circuit project this Sekip project, including Baringo North. Most of the projects of Sekip are not complete. Why? And if you read the statement, Honorable Toroitich, the last statement says, the ministry appreciated that there is a problem in this thing because the procurement was done in the ministry headquarters without doing site visits on the ground. And therefore, the ministry are now saying we are adopting a centralized approach of sending the money directly to the schools in Elgeyo Marakwet, in Baringo, so that those projects are completed, Madam Speaker. A solution has been provided. So instead of taking us around and asking other questions, let him pursue with us and the ministry so that all of us, including Baringo North and Tinteret, who have projects of Sekip which are not incomplete, and all these members are able to be implemented rather than taking us back and not coming for meetings, Madam Speaker. I think we are in the same boat, Toroitich. Even in my constituency, we have a problem of Sekip. And the minister has provided a solution, and funds will be there. So please, instead of writing other messages to this committee and so on, let us work together to ensure that what the minister has committed to do is able to do in good time. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay, I'll just say in closing, I will allow the chairperson of the Education Committee.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Also, in responding to what my colleague, I want to further what he said. In fact, during the interrogation on the issue of Sekip, Sekip covers 131 constituencies in this country. And there was a poor workmanship, and even in the administration of the whole project. And we did agree there was change of policy. Two things. One, that the money, that the procurement will never be centralized anymore. That two, all the projects that have not been completed, the ministry undertake with our committee that we need to undertake and have a very clear tour oversight of these projects. The fact that Honorable Toroitich was absent and is not aware of this indicates that the member is completely out of order and is not true to his duties as a member of parliament. So absenteeism cannot be a case of point here. Honorable Speaker.